Hi, my name is Dave Childers. I manage the rewind department at Lederle machine. We're doing an instructional video on how to operate the 7300 table on the HMI touchscreen. On our HMI touchscreen, the first screen that comes up, we are asked, do we want to show the English or the Spanish language? We'll touch English. First screen that comes up shows what our count display is. But first we need to go to our setup, so we'll just touch the setup button. Okay, now on this screen we have the actual count setup. How do we want to count? Do we want to count by each individual label, which it is on right now? To count by each individual label, the individual label counter will sense the gap between each label and count that as 1 as it comes by, or by the touch on the button, takes us to the count length. On the count length, we have a 10-inch incremental counter that will count 10 inches as 1 on the counter, or we do offer a 12-inch counter roll that we can put on the table at no extra charge that will count 12 inches as 1 on the counter. Also on our count setup, it asks us, do we want to count up or down on the count? Now we get to our operational mode. On this, what it's asking us is, how do we want to run the table? Do we want to run it by the foot pedal, which is similar to the acceleration pedal on the car? The more that you give it, the faster it goes. When you let off, the table will stop. Or do we want to go into the hand mode, which we have a variable speed potentiometer control knob that will control the speed of the table with a start and stop button. Next to that, we're asked, do we want the table to run forward or reverse? After we made these options, we will go to the next screen. On this screen is our count screen. It's asking us how we want to do this, which mode do we want to use, and how do we want to operate this. Right now, we have it set as the stop speed, our count, as 145. To change that, all we do is touch the screen, which brings up the numerical board here. You put in the appropriate numbers, hit enter, and it brings that number up as our actual count stop. Next, we come down to our slowdown preset. What is the count that we want the table to be at when it starts, so it can start slowing down before it actually reaches its stop count? Same way, by touching the screen, brings up the numerical board, appropriate numbers, enter, we have that number. Then it asks us, okay, between our actual slowdown count and our actual stop count, what is the percentage of speed that we want the motor to be running at so that it doesn't come to an abrupt stop whenever we reach our stop count? Same way with that, by touching the screen, numeric board, appropriate numbers, hit enter, puts that in there. Now, after we've got our count set and our slowdown count set, we'll go back to our actual count display screen. This will display the count of either each label or by the increments of length. And once we've done that, you reach your preset count and the table stops. To reset your count, we have the reset button located right there.